Blueprint family, welcome back to the channel. It's always a pleasure having you all here with me. I hope you're feeling well and also feeling blessed. Like always, I have an interesting video planned out for you guys that you don't want to miss. If this is something that you are currently interested in, stick around as we get into the video right now. Welcome back, well-thinking Jamaicans. We all by now should know how powerful a lie can be. Sometimes a lie is even more powerful than the truth. A lie has the power to turn an individual life upside down. A lie has the power to destroy a person's career. A lie has the power to tarnish a person's image and their credibility. The propaganda minister for Nazi Germany, which is Joseph Goebbels, once said these words, that say a lie long enough and it becomes true. A lie also have the power to influence society, whether good or bad. Blueprinters, in the Jamaican political space right now, there is so many lies against the Prime Minister and his administration floating out there. The opposition has created an environment of misinformation, and they are doing this shamelessly and proudly, because all when the information is out there that these people are lying through their teeth, they still stand firm and stand confident to their lies. Because yesterday in Parliament, we see MP Angela Brown Burke condemning the relief efforts of the government, calling the relief efforts chaotic, disjointed, and partisan. This MP is condemning the relief efforts while international body is praising and commending the government on their relief effort. Even go as far to say that the relief efforts of the Jamaican government is even better than a lot of these big nations. Miss Angela Brown Burke is out here trying to convince the Jamaican people that she knows more than the expert. And I love how the Prime Minister answered her yesterday. Blueprint family, I'm going to share that encounter with you guys that happened in Parliament yesterday. I want you to check it out, and when you come back, we're going to have a discussion.
Asking, why is it this early relief program has been so chaotic, disjointed, and partisan in how it has been carried out?
The question asked is a classic case of bringing the false notion onto a public platform. I can say here, and the member from Southwest, I call her my neighbor and my sister. I try not to be harsh, but she's saying that she can manage. The member from St. Andrew Southwest is not an expert in disaster recovery. The experts in disaster recovery have spoken, and they have spoken publicly on Jamaican media, on Jamaican radio. They have written documents, and they have said quite the opposite. In fact, they have commended Jamaica as a small island developing state for its response. The persons who peddle this falsehood, Mr. Speaker, seem to conveniently ignore that Hurricane Melissa was one of the strongest hurricanes to have hit Jamaica, not just in the Atlantic, but globally. It is in the top 3 strongest hurricanes. No other hurricane has done the level of damage to Jamaica in its recorded history than this one. None. Within hours after Hurricane Melissa, I picked up the phone and I called the chief, the acting chief of defense staff, the head of the NWA, the minister responsible for works, and I said to them, get the airport open.
11 o'clock that night.
They were out there in the night checking the road to make sure, checking with the necessary authorities to make sure that planes could land. The following day, we were able to open it. Mr. Speaker, in a few days, hold on, in a few days, we were able to open the Sangster International Airport. In 72 hours, roads were blocked, communities cut off. I don't like to talk about what the equipment capability of the JDF is, but we don't have enough helicopters. We just don't. It took 3 days for us to get additional airlift from our American friends, and I want to thank them for making the airlift available. 3 days. When I landed in Black River the day after, I sent a team by ground. That team could not pass through Holland Bamboo to get to me. When I called to say where they were still with machetes trying to cut their way through. JDF was there with them trying to cut their way through. Never forget it, a lady said she walked 20 miles. I saw her coming in to Black River, and she said a neighbor of hers was out in the storm and a wall fell on him and he died. And we asked JDF, as soon as you're able to mobilize, go and find this body. I mean, I would say we had about 5 operational helicopters. Now you think about having just 5 helicopters 3 days after. How are you going to distribute that to deal with all the problems? The people who peddle that are unreasonable and they are lying and they don't need to make anything. Now, Mr. Speaker, I am the first one to say that in the immediate response, there was a scramble. We don't deny that because we have never had this before. Institutions, funny enough, Mr. Speaker, the members from Westmoreland made a very strong case that the disaster response was slow and ineffective. And I reflected on it. I did, because every criticism, I take it and I look at it, because if I am wrong, I am the first to admit. In the same way that when I looked at the response, I said in the first 3 days, we were all just trying to run around and trying to get things done. And you know why, Mr. Speaker? Because the member will tell you that the disaster manager for the parish fell ill, had a stroke, and that key person in the coordination of the response was not available. But I wouldn't only use that as a response, as a excuse. There were persons who lost their roofs, who were cut off, had no telecommunications, we couldn't find them. So to say that our response was slow, it's not just a lie, it's unfair. Now, bear in mind, we're doing relief, because what people see as managing the hurricane is carrying a bag of food from point A to point B. And everybody's out there giving out food and taking pictures, and that's fine, that's great. We thank you, we want to continue to do that. What that does is to relieve the government of that task. But even so, the JDF, Mr. Speaker, is still packaging, has the capability to package 10,000 packages and send them out. And that's what they do constantly. They have a list of communities, along with the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, where every day they are out there giving. Nobody's out there taking pictures with them and saying how great they are doing. But let's think about it. 900,000 people affected. About 40,000 houses flattened. Just multiply that by 3. Let's say 150,000 persons have been impacted. You believe that, one organization here delivering package and one day it's going to solve that problem? How long they're going to do it for? What will have to be stood up to be able to carry this through for months? So we have to be strategic. Build out the hubs, which we have done. Then we build out substations, which we have done. And that logistics hub, which move food through to stations and then to substations, that same logistics hub is going to move building materials to hubs and then into people. In the weeks to come, you're going to see the JDF transition from delivering packages. They will still have a presence, but they're going to transition now to help in the rebuilding of the houses for those people who are most in need. When this is studied, as it will be studied, when the history book is written, our response compared to others, and you can say compared to Katrina, compared to Irma, compared to others, Jamaica has done better than most. And I think it is unfair and unfortunate that there are those who would try to tear down Jamaica. When the history is written, we will know who are the ones who tore down Jamaica and who are the ones who are reconstructing Jamaica.
Mr. Prime Minister, I am so proud. I am so proud of you. I like how you dealt with Parliament yesterday. I like how you deal with them in an assertive and professional manner, letting them understand that you are going to call out each and every lie that them try to spread, that them try to spin. Because sensible Jamaican people are seen through their deception. I've seen their lies. A lot of us out here are calling them out for it. Because we can clearly see that these people don't care. They're just putting out any information to try and discredit the government. And that is wrong. The opposition is supposed to be the eyes and ears of the people, holding the government accountable. But how are you going to hold the government accountable with lies? Lies that we can clearly see. Because look at it, blueprinters. Every time these people from the opposition address the nation, they always try to spread the narrative that aid by the government is being done in a partisan way. If you listen to all of their speeches clearly, all you're going to hear is partisan, partisan. And if you don't hear it, they imply it. And they're saying this and implying this without any evidence or any facts to back it. Because I've seen numerous videos of JDF members giving out care packages, and I don't see them ask any Jamaican who you support politically. Who are you affiliated with politically? Are you orange? Are you green? None of that. Anybody come up to the vehicle, they just hand them a care package. I see them giving out housing material, and it's the same process. You come up, they give you what they have. So how are you saying that aid? How can these people from the opposition say that aid is being provided in a partisan way? I don't understand. And this is a lie that they're selling. And little from this, because Jamaican people start run with it, some of the idiotic ones, But if it continue, it will get worse, and they know this. They know this. Say something long enough, and it will become truth. And when it becomes truth, people are going to act on it as if it is true. Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, you said something in Parliament yesterday that rang loud in my ear. Something that stuck with me. Something that was so profound. You said that when the history books are written, that your hurricane efforts will go down in history. And you are right. But not only your hurricane efforts will go down in history, your whole governance will go down in history. Because anytime you resign from politics, I don't think we as the Jamaican people are going to see a prime minister like you in this lifetime again. You are one for the books. The prime minister that came and transformed Jamaica. The prime minister that showed the government, the Jamaican people, that good governance actually exists. Blueprint family, will come to the ending of another video. If you found this video interesting and informational, you already know what to do. Destroy the like button. Also, if you're a new viewer here, subscribe and turn post notification on to get notified anytime we drop a new video. Also, remember, we as blueprinters, we live by 3 rules. Those 3 rules are: keep grinding, keep hustling, and remember, success is in the blueprint. See you later, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week.